Back on the SportsMax zone. So earlier this week, Mariah and I had a conversation with Jamaica's 9-time World Championship gold medal sprinter, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. Fraser-Pryce, who is also a 3-time Olympic gold medalist and a 4-time Jamaica Sportswoman of the Year, spoke candidly about her exploits at the Tokyo Olympics, she also spoke about her plans for next year's World Championship in Eugene, Oregon. Let's now have a look at that interview, beginning with her mentioning some of the philanthropic work being undertaken by her Pocket Rocket Foundation in her hometown community of Waterhouse.
Christmas is the most busiest time for me because mainly my Christmas treat that I have 13 years, going 14 years now, it fills my Christmas and it's something that I enjoy. So usually I'm excited about, that initiative and being able to go back to my community. Also spending time with the family and training. So it's good for me. I like it. It's fun.
And I'm suspecting that Christmas for you is different now than it was 4 or 5 years ago because little Zan has entered your life.
Yes, it's very different. So now he is at the age where he is waiting for his presents, because this morning he said he's getting presents for Christmas, and I actually bought him a present. I haven't wrapped it yet because I've been so busy, but I'm gonna try and wrap it. But yeah, it has been a special moment to be able to spend Christmas with Zion, and as the years go on, the more he understands and realizes the significance of the holiday, it's more warming for me that he understands what's going on. So it's definitely something that we look forward to with him.
Yeah, and as we move closer to your sprinting duties, what will training look like, Shelly-Ann, between now and year end, amidst all the festivities?
Well, we do get a break in the Christmas period. It's not a lot, but we do get it, which is good because, the time now is what we call the background seasons, where you kind of build that foundation to make sure that everything happens the way you want it to happen. For the summer, you're almost building a base and a good foundation. You can't get past that. So for me, it's about, laying the foundation of the hard work, the core work, mental work, to make sure that everything that I'm able to do next year is cemented in what I've been doing for the past 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, and speaking about training, I saw little Zion, as Lance mentioned, him, training with you, and that has been trending on social media.
Yes. He was actually away and he came back and he went to training. I brought him to training. And he's energetic, he's athletic, and he loves being able to practice with me. So, I take every opportunity that I can, especially on days when I'm not having any lactic acid build-up, so I can't focus. But days like those in the evenings when I have plyometrics, it's very easy to kind of incorporate it in the workout, and I enjoy it, and he enjoys it. And, so looking forward to making more memories with him and having, more videos and pictures with him so he can see them as time goes on.
Yeah, and just to pick up also from what Lance started talking to you about, it's the Christmas season, and I know the amount of work that your foundation has been doing. So can you tell us a bit more about that? And what we can expect from this foundation? You've done a lot already, but what can we expect in the future?
Yes, the Pocket Rocket Foundation is the heart of who I am, because growing up, it took a village to get me to where I'm at today, and I don't take that for granted. The work and the encouragement and everything, single person that played a part in making sure that I survived my circumstances and thrived. So the Pocket Rocket Foundation exists because of those, people, because of the village, and to be able to give back to Jamaica, to our student athletes and my community, and by extension other communities, it's a blessing. And I look forward to hosting my Christmas tree this year. It's on the 18th and the 19th, mainly because of how the holidays are actually scheduled this year, with Christmas being on the Saturday and Boxing Day being on the Sunday, and me having practice on the Monday. So I had to schedule it a week earlier. But I'm looking forward to treating my community members with toys as well as food bags, courtesy of my sponsors, and also going into my husband's community that's in Yuatan as well to do that. I'm hoping I can get to 900 families. That's the intention, that's the hope, and I'm looking forward to that. the foundation has been doing very good work, and I'm grateful for the support of the directors that I have that continues to fuel me and giving me that strength and also helping me to push, with this, because it's something that I'm looking forward to building more and expanding and making sure that every single, household or every single individual here in Jamaica benefits from the foundation in a major way.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I heard you correctly just now. Training on the Monday after that Christmas weekend, Shelly-Ann. That is your birthday, isn't it?
Correct. That's my birthday.
But you should get the day off.
No, usually, if I'm being frank, usually I do get my birthday off in practice, but it's because of how the holidays actually scheduled this year. So I'm not gonna have a big fuss about it. Yeah, you want the birthday, you want to relax, and because Christmas and Boxing Day, you're kind of spent in terms of family time and energy and everything. But having the birthday to go back to training is good, because I'll tell you, I'll have many more birthdays, God's willing. So, next year, the World Championship, I'm kind of focused on that. And those are some of the sacrifices you have to make as an athlete.
And speaking about sacrifices and the World Championship, Shelly, what personal goals have you set yourself for 2022? Because we know your fans will be expecting the best from you, so what are you working on and what can we expect?
Yeah, I'm working on a lot of things. This year, the Olympics was mixed for me, if I'm being honest. It was definitely a mix of a lot of things. But at the same time, I was still able to walk away with a personal best of 1060, which I've dreamt for many years. And being able to accomplish that as a mother, and also as being 34, when a lot of persons think that, those things are a disadvantage some way, or so for me to be able to accomplish those things and kind of set the benchmark or lay a foundation to say, what, as women, it doesn't matter if you want to start a family, it doesn't matter if you're 34, it doesn't matter if you think it's too late, you still have time. So for me, that was like a bright moment for me, understanding that every single year that I was able to consistently put in the work and to do what I know I can do is just a testament to hard work and commitment and believing in myself, because you'll have a lot of critics, or not always critics, but persons who have your best interests also will kind of think, maybe it's time to pack it up, maybe it's going to be difficult, not because they mean any harm, but, because they're looking out for you. So there is a lot of things. But to be able to come away with that 1060 and also standing on the podium, getting a silver medal at the Olympics and also a gold medal with the team, it's fantastic. It means that every single Olympic that I've been to so far, I've medals. So, I cannot ask for anything else.
Yeah, I was going there, Shelly-Ann, because I was going to ask you for your personal report card on not only Tokyo, but the year overall, because no individual gold medal for you in Tokyo, but 3 of the 7 fastest times recorded for 100 meters were recorded by Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce globally, and overall on performance and times, in many ways, this has been one of your best years.
Yes, for sure. It has definitely been one of the best seasons that I've had. And as I said, you have to look at perspective, put things in perspective as an athlete, because so many other things could have happened. But you walk away with personal bests, not just in the 100, but in the 200, and also having some very good times and just pushing the barrier as a woman, as a mother, as a, being 34, 30, 35 in the next couple of days. So it's amazing, and it just speaks to the commitment and how driven I am, and knowing that there's so much more to give, and I'm looking forward to what more I'll be able to accomplish, with God next year.
Yeah, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce here. So as we head to the break, we'll be coming back shortly to continue looking at that interview with Jamaica's 3-time Olympic gold medalist, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, as she looks ahead to the World Championship set for Eugene, Oregon next year. More on the SportsMax Zone in a moment. Welcome back to the SportsMax Zone, and we are continuing now our recorded conversation with Jamaica's 9-time World Championship gold medalist, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. The start of this segment, she speaks about the possibility of competing indoors at the start of the new season.
To be honest, this literally last week, Coach Walcott and I spoke about it, but it's not something that's cemented, because you just have to know where you are in training, how you're feeling, and you take it as it comes, you know what I mean? So it's almost as if we're in good shape and we're ready and we think that, you know, things can happen, then we're definitely going for it. I'm not sure at this specific time.
Yeah, we know that you spent most of your successful, up to this point, 13-year career at the highest level with MVP coaching. We know you have a new coach now, which has been going well. It's obvious. Specifically, are there any things that you plan to work on differently yourself when you're a coach in 2022, seeing that you're a year older than you were last year? The competition is as stiff as it has ever been. Any tweaks that your coach may be planning to ensure that Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce remains potent in 2022?
Tweaks, I wish, because right now I'm running 300 and I don't want to run any 300. So I'm telling him, listen, I'm too old to be running 300. Right? But no, right now we're just sticking to what we know and working on being better at the things that I've been doing. You know, my start, making sure that I'm consistent in that area, and also the technique and the finish. You know, my technique is something that I've been working on. It's weird, but we're still working on it. You're still trying to get, you know, to that place where you're comfortable with every single new technique that, you know, Coach and I have been working on. So for me, no, I don't think there's any much tweaking to do in terms of training. And yes, I've been at MVP for years, and I'm very grateful for everything that I was able to accomplish under Team Francis. I definitely believe he's one of the greatest coaches, you know, the world has ever seen. And you know, as I said, I've always been grateful for the work that we've been able to accomplish together. And it speaks for itself, honestly. And you just know that it comes and you're here now, and you still have aspects of that, you know, training and that mentorship that you had that you still take with you. So it's good to be able to have the foundation from before and still working to make it better.
Yeah, I know you PR'd in the 200, and I know that in 2021, and I know that things aren't fine-tuned yet for next year. But quite often we hear sprinters talking about, even though you may have your preference being the 100 and maybe your main event, having a heavy 200-meter program assists your 100-meter performance. Is that something you are likely to take into 2022?
The 200, I'm not sure. You know, from I've been at MVP and from I've been an athlete, I've always wanted to run below 22 seconds in 200. That has always been a dream. And when I was able to accomplish it, to actually do it twice, which is really good. I did it at the national trials and I did it in the Olympic finals. For me, I think that I know that the 200 helps my 100, but I don't want to overextend myself at this point in my career, you know, and I guess damage my chances of doing greater things in the 100. But it's something that you still kind of toy with as the season goes, because I still want to, you know, maybe run another 21, maybe 21.6, you know, something. Because I'm ambitious, you know, I can't help it. I'm ambitious, and anything that I put my mind to, that's what I'm going to work towards. But in terms of doing the double next year, I'm not sure. But I think what works good for me is that I don't have to do the double at the national championship, which is good, because that's less time doing a double in a championship where I'm already I'm already automatic for the World Championship as the defending champion.
Yes.
So I would just need to go to the National Championship to run the 200 if it is something that I want to do.
Well, Shelly, you walked into this one yourself. You said ambitious. Are you planning? Is breaking Flo-Jo's record a part of this ambition?
Of course, why not? Why not? Definitely, why not? To me, I think that what I've been able to accomplish this season has raised my eyebrow, has set my heart, my soul, my spirit, my mind, every single facet of who I am on fire, to know that, once I put my heart and my mind to something and I work towards it, then I can, I can accomplish it. In life, generally, you're gonna have obstacles, you're gonna have things that you have to work through to get through, that silver lining. And I think that is what 2021 has taught me, that not everything will work the way you want it to work, but there's something glorious at the end if we never give up and we continue to work towards it. So yes, definitely, after running 1060 and feeling the way I did after running it and going back to training and how I feel now, I'm definitely willing to put in that work and just reach for the stars and just hope that on any given day that I go on the track ready to compete with my heart and, of course, with God as my guide and the strength, if it happens, I'm going to be floored.
Good luck. Good luck.
If I have to come draw me off of the track, I'm going to be on the track like super excited, screaming, jumping, you name it. But it's good to have a big dream and to chase that big dream.
Yeah, you just paid tribute to Stephen Francis and the work he did with you in over a large part of your career. And we know that Walcott is in charge now, and you've struck up a good relationship with him, and your performances are telling us that. But can you speak a little bit more about your relationship with Coach Walcott? Having moved from the MVP setup.
Well, Coach Walcott and I have been friends for a long time, as he was a part of the MVP setup as well in a different capacity. So we've been friends from that time. And even though I think I'm older than him by a year or two, it wasn't a situation where, I was in charge and, he's the coach, and I think I respect his wisdom and, his work ethic and everything that he brings to the table. And I think that makes the relationship work, where I give him the utmost respect and he also gives me that respect, and know that for this partnership to work, I have to believe in him and he has to believe in me. And that's been a very good relationship so far. So we've been friends from MVP days, because we joined MVP the same time, right? And he was actually training. He thought he was an 800 meter runner, but I'm not going into that.
All right. But Shelly, when you were leaving MVP, was it an automatic choice that you would go to Walcott? How difficult was it to settle on a new coaching staff for you?
It wasn't a difficult decision, honestly. It was a decision that was easy to make, because, as I said, I believe in him and I believe in his capabilities and what he will be able to do in the next couple of years as a coach, once he continues to grow and to carve his own path in the track and field industry. So it wasn't a hard decision in terms of choosing a coach to continue after MVP.
Yeah, your national award, the Order of Distinction, you got the officer class with your first Olympic title in 2008, upgraded to commander class. How satisfied are you with the way the country has treated you in honoring your achievements?
I can't be anything but honest when I speak.
Yes, we know that.
I felt good. it's a good accomplishment. My friends will all say, you know, it's a big deal, and they'll always be like, girl, it's a big deal, celebrate your achievement. And I'll be like, yeah, it's a big deal, but I try not to get swell-headed. I take it in, you know, in stride, and I feel good, and I'm always humbled at any achievement or any accolade or anything that I receive from my country. I'm always honored, because it means that for a woman like me coming from Waterhouse and overcoming my circumstances, I'll be able to be used as a story or as an influence for other young athletes, other young women who are coming up, and those serve as, you know, legacy, so they can go back and look at it, and they too can be inspired or fueled by my achievements and the work that I've been able to do and how I've been, you know, acknowledged in my country. So for me, it's all about what it does for the next generation of athletes. So I'm always humbled by any achievement that I get, and you know, it's just it's a good feeling to be honored for the things that you have been able to accomplish over the years, and hopefully, you know, the next generation of athletes will look to it as something to aspire to. The Pocket Rocket Foundation, currently we have a scholarship fund that's going on, and we have a promotion going on, which is my very old Pocket Rocket Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce limited edition shirt with the Olympic rings on it, and you can just contribute $100 US for the shirt. It's available at the salon, at the Lady Shelly Salon, at 79 Arden Road, shop number 24, and it's $14,500 in Jamaican, and you have to use a Visa card, because it's courtesy of Visa Jamaica and the IOC, and you can go and you get a shirt with my signature and my nice pretty face on it. You'll get an SFP Pocket Rocket pin, and you'll get a mask and a night bag for just $100 US, and you have to use a Visa card. So support the Pocket Rocket Foundation initiative, because we are trying to make sure that every single child in Jamaica we are able to dream and to go beyond or move beyond their current circumstances.
Yes, and of course her community treat in Waterhouse, as she said, scheduled for this weekend, the 18th and the 19th. Leighton, you're considered a track and field guru.
I don't know. People keep saying that.
Anything jumping out at you just now from Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce?
No. I mean, I think basically most of what she said I was already aware of. I knew shortly after the Olympics she had done an interview with US Magazine where she was mentioning that she was thinking about the 2024 Olympics year by year. And I think it was based on how she would probably do at the World Championships in Oregon next year. I think that will be the point at which it determines how far she goes, because then there's a World Championships in 2023 and of course the Olympics in 2024. I think depending on how well she performs in Oregon will determine how she proceeds. But basically, I mean, I'm aware of what she does in just because as you know, recently she had a fundraising effort in Miramar, Florida, where she auctioned off some of her belongings and some paintings and some other things. And that did extremely well. And of course, this Visa shirt promotion will also go towards the Pocket Rocket Foundation, where she's done 55 student athletes have benefited from the foundation already. And you have to commend her for the work that she's put in, not just on the track, but certainly to help some of the less fortunate children, student athletes, to get scholarship opportunities and to continue their education. One of the recipients, actually, a Kingston College student, Javon, his name escapes me right now, but he's now a pilot. So you're beginning to see the fruits of the work of the foundation, and you can't anything but commend her for the work that she's done so far.
Yeah, so Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, a star on the track and a star personality as well. As we head to the break, it's time for us to relive another memorable sporting flashback from earlier this year. Today we'll have a look at moment number 12, where the Milwaukee Bucks outshone the Phoenix Suns in 6 games to secure their first NBA title in 50 years.
history of the finals to have a 50-point game. Booker turns, shoots, fires. Shot won't go. Tucker the rebound. And that'll do it. It's over. The Bucks have done it. The long wait has ended. After a half century, the Milwaukee Bucks are NBA champions once again.
Congratulations to the 2021 Eastern Conference